Assalamualaikum, I'm Nadia. I'm the owner of Halal and Easy. During COVID, I was working at Hassoon Coffee. I was actually hustling. So I was at that time, I was actually a single mum. I was doing Halal and Easy on the side where I was working till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, making cakes. I went and I found Tala Marine store. I went on Marketplace and I purchased all of my equipment secondhand. And being Lebanese as well, we always got a bargain, and then it just started from there. So with this store, subhanAllah, about 5 weeks before I actually came in an inspector, I was actually just driving past. So I sent him a message on Instagram. SubhanAllah, about 5 weeks later, I get a random phone call and he goes to me, there's a shop in Coolaroo, come and have a look at it. I said, I'll be there in half an hour. I came and it was a store that I saw 5 weeks ago. And subhanAllah, for me, it was, these people were opening up a brand new shop. They were fitting the store fittings and everything, getting it all ready, but it wasn't for them, it was for me, and I didn't even know about it. But subhanAllah, whatever is written for you is going to come to you no matter what the situation is. I was about to give up and I nearly did, and I think this is going to go back to when I was with my first relationship. I was actually really, really down. So what I went through, there was betrayal, there was abuse. It affected me a lot, and I still remember it was March 6, 2020, and I'll never forget this day. So this was, I would say, it was the worst day of my life. Being at my lowest, I think it taught me sabr and tawakkul. You can't see it, you can't hear it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it. But if you have these two things, you have everything in life. Now looking back, subhanAllah, Allah put me in that situation because He was giving me something better. So He closed one door, but He opened up so many. The biggest financial lessons that I've learned, God doesn't leave anybody. I've had many, many times when I've sat there and I'm like, this is probably about a few months ago, oh my God, rent is due in the next couple of days, and I'm really like, I'm struggling to pay the rent. SubhanAllah, not even an hour later, I had an envelope that was dropped off. I had a catering that I had completely forgotten about. They came and they apologized. They put the money in my office on the desk. And subhanAllah, and that has taught me, life has taught me that no matter what, if you've got the good intentions, God will never leave you. The more you give, the more you get. It won't necessarily be straight away. It might be later down the track. And for me, I don't think it's not just about finance, it's not just about money. It could be coming back to you, but it could be in like protection. Do you get what I mean? It could be in health, could be wealth. There's always different ways that it comes back to you. The biggest challenge that people in the hospitality industry are, facing is the cost of stock. You've got your wages, you've got your super, you've got tax and all of that, so all of our outgoings and overhead. I think that's the biggest challenge right now, is just trying to stay afloat. I've started all of this on my own with no certificate at all. It's just a love and passion for what I do, but Halal and Easy has grown that big right now that it's no longer, it's serious talk now. It's no longer a business that's 2, 3 staff members. We've got close to 25 staff members. It's serious right now, and we don't have time to be, just whatever. No, we need to make sure that we've got the numbers. Halal and Easy looks like in the next 5 years, inshallah. Our meal preps in your local supermarket shelves, our meal preps in our hospitals, for a lot of our patients, the patients that are in hospital, halal meal preps, having, access to halal and easy meals, hopefully inshallah Australia-wide. You can go to other businesses, they're a lot bigger than me and they could be cheaper, but they don't honestly know the true value of halal. When we're, in the community, stick to the community, help the community. At the end of the day, we're all in it together. We need to help each other grow. My number one advice is, you don't think about the money. You need to have a love and a passion for this. Because if you have a love and passion for what you want to do, no matter if it's in the hospitality industry or anything that you want to become, you will become successful. Because even if you don't make $1, you'll still wake up the next day and you'll want to go to work. You need to enjoy, you need to love what you do. And already on its own, if you love what you do, you're already successful. I'm proud of what I've created today. Just seeing people coming into Halal and Easy because they want to have lunch, or they're coming into Halal and Easy because they want to feed the family. And that makes me proud. You know, I remember, I will never forget this, but I remember there was once a guy who was standing outside and he calls his friends. You know, it was a young guy, probably in his 20s. He's like, yeah, bro. He goes, I'm at Halal and Easy, do you need anything? And I just looked at him and I'm like, he just said Halal, like it was so touching to me, honestly, that, you know, Halal, people speak about Halal and Easy, and for me, it's amazing.